Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to 22 Panels. Tonight, I love it when I get entire creative teams, and I have not only an entire creative team tonight, a recently Eisner nominated creative team, Kill Your Darlings, Griffin Sheridan, Ethan Parker, and Bob Quinn.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey,
Hello.
thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
So Bob, you're the veteran. What's it like to have these two young whippersnappers come get an Eisner nominee with you?
I mean,
Like
I
their
had to
first
drag him
time
the
out.
whole way.
This man carried us here on his back.
Stop it. No, I mean, look, I tell this story every time I'm on a podcast. I'm going to tell it again. They sent me a pitch, and I was like, this pitch is great. And then all through the process, I'm going, we're making something special, boys. This is a special thing we're making. And then what happened? Eisner nom. I'm so tired of being right all the time.
Well, I mean, you drew the hell out of it. So
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I reread it today, and it's the first time that I've read it all together, and
Right.
it works really well, really well as a continuous story.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's like one of the hard things to do in this day and age is to split up that good 8-issue story. And I mean, reading it together, I'm like, oh, I totally forgotten that, and I totally forgot that. That's why that happened in the last issue.
And to be very candid, or maybe a little inside baseball, coming into it, people were like, we're talking to some of the other comics creators that we have the pleasure of knowing, and getting some advice from them, and they're like, you're writing for the trade these days. Like, that's not what everyone is doing, but that is like, the truth of it is that there is very, very little money to be made in the single issues. Not to say that we are in this for the money, because obviously we're not.
Wrong
there's
business
no money
if
to
you're
be
in
made,
it for the money.
True.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you're not writing for the single issues too,
absolutely,
you die hungry halfway through. Like, you gotta, like, it's like
exactly.
You gotta.
So there was a fine line to walk between curating an experience that we wanted to have an exciting, month to month single issue experience, because that is also the format, that we love so much. That's comics, is the floppies. But we also know that there are so many people reading it in trade, and because we came into it knowing that we wanted to have a beginning, middle, and an end to this thing since the jump, we were like, okay, so it is going to have to be of a whole, of a piece. But what are all the right ways and places to split it up 8 ways?
And I love what you said about forgetting some stuff and being like, oh yeah, because it's like there is a lot of stuff that we call back to, or we set up and pay off later, that it's like, between all the months that between them, it must be difficult to track some of it.
Particularly because I host a comics podcast where every week we try to talk about like new stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to read minimum 10, as many as 30 new books a week, just to pick those 3 to 5 that I want to talk about.
And they're short, but that's a lot to take in.
Well, and it's a lot to keep it all like organized when you got to wait 30 days, and in my case, generally 100 floppies and like 40 trades.
Right.
Totally. In between issue 1 and issue 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyler thinks I'm insane, but my kids are grown up. I see the grandkids sometimes, and that's awesome. But and I'm a special ed teacher. We focus on student independence, which means that sometimes my job is to bite my tongue and not jump in, because they need to do it themselves. And I do that much better when I've got a comic book between me and them.
Oh, sure.
I have the justified reason to read comics while getting paid.
Sure.
Brilliant.
And hopefully nobody above my like immediate supervisors are hearing that. I don't think I've got any listeners on like the district board, and we won't name my school.
This has been a big sting operation. I'm from
Uh-oh. The boys in blue are here.
Yep.
Which is funny because Ethan's wearing a blue sweatshirt.
Extremely blue.
Yep. Very blue. It's very blue.
So and we'll get back to Bob in a second, but you guys pitched the story. So tell me where the story came from.
Yeah, it's the book was in development at various stages for like 3 years before it actually came together and was going to be on shelves. It's a really long process of me and Griffin trying to break into the industry. Some people would say not long enough. Some people think that we've come out of the blue and we're here and we're on the scene. For us, it was a very long time because we kind of were playing the long game where we're producing podcasts and running social media stuff and newsletters and everything for various creators, and we're still doing a whole lot of that. And working at various comics imprints on Substack and stuff. And so throughout all of that, we were trying to get something together of our own. We tried to get an ash can together, and that kind of fell apart pretty quickly. We were just waiting for something to hit us of like, this is the project to go all in on as our first big thing. And we were both in a pretty dark space in our lives because we're in the middle of COVID and we're both, working frontline jobs and really bummed out. And at one point I was working that job and really anxious and stuff. And then some images started popping in my head of the crayon drawings from the first issue of the girl standing in front of the cave, and even some stuff from, we can say those now because now the book's all out, the scene from issue 5 where there's the car accident.
Spoiler. Anybody who hasn't read it, go read it. The trade paperback comes out in 2 months.
Check it out.
Evergreen Podcast. If you need to set us aside and come back, you're more than welcome to. We don't even have advertisers that'll get upset because we don't have advertisers.
Yeah, give it a look. Even some stuff from later, like from issue 5, the car accident with Rose's mother. That some of those early images were popping in my head.
That was a crazy twist.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. And like that stuff was all disconnected. It was just like imagery. Right. And so I hit up Griffin and I was like, these things are pretty crazy. Who are these people? What's going on here? What do we think? And so then we just kind of worked backwards from there of like, this seems like a horror book, but maybe it's not entirely a horror book. Maybe it's a lot of other things. And it all came together through our conversations, and we found the places that we could insert ourselves and our lives into it. And Griffin and I have been making stuff together for, like a decade now. So like we love nothing more than calling each other up and figuring out.
7.
Yes, since we're 7 years old.
I'm looking at you, and you can't be more than 17.
We are both 26.
26, 17. I have grandkids. That feels the same to me.
Yeah, fair.
It's great. I mean, we met.
I guess you're a year older than my oldest child.
Right. We I mean, we're youngins, and we met over the internet, and we've just been making podcasts and comic books and stuff together ever since. And this quickly meant so much to us. And we went all in, and thank God we found Bob because he made our dreams real.
So how many people had to say no first?
Many.
I'm sorry. They were totally you were totally their first pick, Bob. Absolutely.
I was up there.
Anybody else?
He really was. No, he really was. He was one of the first people that we.
Oh, joke's on you, Dad. I was ready.
He really was, because we're pals with people like Ryan Stegman and Donnie Cates, and Bob has done a lot of incredible Marvel work and popped up in Donnie Cates' Thor run. And so we were very aware of Bob, and never would have dreamed that he would have jumped on the project with us. But we sent out emails to 100 people, more than 100 people, just casting lines. And it came down to just a handful of real conversations. And Bob was down to invest in us and to believe in what we were trying to do, but he also just had such an energy and just understood exactly what we were going for. And every step of the process has been a dream. Like every step has been surreal and kind of magical. But that is the biggest element, is finding Bob and just us clicking so hard and being so ready to make something unique. Yeah, it's absolutely a dream come true.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, I got nothing to add.
He's a madman and a genius. And yes, he was on the same wavelength as us, basically the entire time.
Yeah, I had just done Bob's work with Mark Russell when we started this, so it's like, I know this guy.
Yeah, man.
He does
and
great
more
stuff.
to come. He's doing it right now.
Yeah, more Mark Russell and Bob stuff working right now.
He's over there making us jealous with Mark Russell right now.
Has that one been announced? Is it one of the ones that I've talked to Mark about?
I don't know. Did he talk about X Factor?
I don't remember if he mentioned X Factor.
Okay, it's been announced, so I can.
Well, there it is.
I
if it's not.
can do it now.
Yeah, it's been like a month or so since I talked to Mark. So.
Oh yeah, that was. I think it was only announced like a week or two ago. So now you know.
If anybody hasn't heard, consider that your announcement.
Yeah, X Factor. That could be a fun book for the two of you. That sounds like a very Mark Russell book.
Absolutely,
it is.
It's gonna be,
and it is.
It's gonna be sweet.
I'm gonna attest because we're an audio podcast that Bob is not only hard at work but like smiling more than I normally see artists hard at work.
Hell, you know.
Which I just assume is how all Mark Russell's artists work because the man is just darkly humorous.
Yep.
Yeah, his stuff is real fun. Like I don't know, he's another one of those. I've been very fortunate in my career in that I've typically ended up working only with people that I really seem to understand the viewpoints of. Okay. Like with obviously Ethan and Griffin, it's been it's been all the same. Where I'm just like, yep, nope, I get it. Yep, we all are. Yep, okay, so just go right. Yeah. And I had like my first book with Ben Acker and Heath Corson. Yes, we all get each other. Like Ben and I were friends outside of comics before I started drawing for them. Fred Van Lente, I love, and he's a sweet guy.
That's a great guy.
And then after that, Jeff Parker, he and I are still friends, still talk. Good guy, love him. And Cy Spurrier, he and I would like hop on Zoom over the pond, and like he let me draw a bunch of puke jokes. So like, it's like again, very, very fortunate. I just kind of have been clicking with a lot of my writers. It's been a storied and very fortunate career.
and the great Brian Michael Bendis always says work make stuff with your friends, and the fact that we became such fast friends with Bob and then got to make something with him that meant a lot to us is just like incredible. You absolutely should make stuff with your friends because A, it's the best way to collaborate, but B, it also makes sure that you don't like kill each other in the middle of a really grueling creative process.
Well, I would say it's got to be doubly true in comics where there's not a ton of money in it to begin with. So if it's not rewarding, but I mean, Clooney even says that, and there is a ton of money. He got asked how he picks scripts. Oh, you're in so many good movies. How do you pick scripts? He's like, I can't tell a good from a bad movie when I read the script. I look at who's doing it. If my friends are acting in it or I like the director personally, I go, sure, I'll spend 6 weeks with this group of guys.
Yeah.
Why not?
Totally.
He's getting paid one way or another. And guess what? Clooney's still going to be in demand after. It don't matter if it's good or not. He's Clooney.
But I would imagine that also makes for better work a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because you're more likely. I mean, so much of collaboration, whether it's teaching or art or whatever, is being able to honestly communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Having a level of friendship and trust to be able to go, hey, maybe dial that back a little, or go for it, or whatever, rather than going, Mr. Quinn.
Right. And there are things that only made it into the book because they were a little joke or a little bit that we like laughed a lot about together. Like a good example is in the epilogue, the little dude that's walking by in front of Rose's house, the little animal dude who has his like AirPods in. That was like a thing that we were like came up in our conversation together, and we just couldn't stop like talking about it and laughing about it. And so it's like, boom, all right, it's in the book. Because it's like if you're having that much fun within the team together about an idea, like it's like, well, it's probably worth throwing in. Like it's people are probably gonna feel that you had that fun with it,
It's certainly not going to hurt anything.
Right.
How about that?
Right.
Oh, Bob, I completely forgot that you worked with Ta-Nehisi Coates on Captain America.
I did indeed.
I'm just going.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm telling you, I'm the luckiest guy in comics.
The man has been around. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to agree with the luckiest guy, because you've been around, but it's not like so deep of a set of books that I would like automatically expect you to have worked with all cool people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, all not even, just all bangers. No filler. Right. Nothing but the hits.
All killer, no filler.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you release a greatest hits record? Just buy all the books because they're all good.
Done. That's the philosophy here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm sorry. I always so it works better when I have a co-host to not fill or not allow us to go silent.
That's all right, dude.
Tyler had to go.
No worries.
Tyler had to go do family stuff tonight.
Oh, dude, how dare you?
Co-host has non-grown up kids.
Yeah, sounds like
So sometimes I'll fall into, I didn't realize that about that, and so
You're
just
good,
shout
man.
at me
You're
if I'm
good.
not saying anything, or just keep talking without me.
We're chilling.
What?
I said we're chilling. It's all good.
Yeah.
What's your cat's name? Popped up behind you again.
Well, my wife and I name all of our cats after baked goods.
Okay.
This one is Cupcake, and we have Fudgy Bun right around the corner.
See, my wife names her animals after an artist and a food. So we have Seppi Avocado after, I forget, Giuseppe something, some old artist.
That's pretty cool.
Edgar Gala Apple is the cat that made his appearance earlier after Eddie Degas. Our old dog was Salvador.
Eddie Degas, because you're good friends with him. You can just call him Eddie.
It's the Ninja Turtle philosophy. That's pretty good.
We call the cat Eddie, so I just slipped.
We named the dog Indiana.
Yeah, she used to have a dog named
I know you
Salvador,
got a good Connery in you, Bob. I know you do.
Salvador Bologna, who loved barbecue baked potato chips. So when we were at the shelter and the dog was picking us out, and we found out that his name there was Chip, he got redubbed Barbecue Baked Potato Chips Zdarsky.
That's good.
Potato Chip Zdarsky. I love the journey that one goes on.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, my wife sent a picture of him that day to Chip Zdarsky and got a response.
Yeah.
And Chip remembered when I saw him at C2E2. So, hey.
Wow. And he notoriously has a really bad brain.
All those drugs he's doing all the time over
the drugs and the other
island,
illicit activities that are bad for your health and bad for the environment and the people around you. Yeah.
Menace.
A
menace.
So with this first book journey, what was the most surprising thing you learned about the industry?
That's a good question, Griffin.
A great question. Oh man, the most surprising thing. I feel like there were, surprises. There were plenty of surprises in how the publishing and back end side of it works, but those are all kind of boring. I think boring. the most surprising thing in terms of the actual creative process, I think, was just how malleable we really had to end up being in the end, and how great and sort of thrilling it is to be able to make calls so on the fly, to the point where the entire third act of the book was completely scrapped and changed pretty much right before Bob was drawing it. It just came down to, we've written the thing 2 full times over before Bob even started. And so when Bob did come on, it was okay, and now these are the final versions of this story that we're gonna write. And by the time we got in closer to the third act, by the time Bob was getting going on issue 4, and we were at the halfway point, was when we were I don't know, man, I don't know, fuck it, let's do it this way instead.
Yeah.
And And we did, and that's what, you know, the events of issue 5 with Andrea were originally just going to happen amidst the chaos of issue 4.
Right.
And it was going to be like a big revelation, you know, action issue. But instead we were like, no, it just works better to just give it all the breathing room that it needs. And so 4 became the big sword issue, and 5 became the big, like, devastating emotional turning point. Yeah. And that forced the changes elsewhere. So yeah.
What I like to do is create an intense pressure cooker for writers, because I work at a fairly breakneck pace.
It's true.
And at a certain point, these guys had to stop dorking around and start making decisions, and they did, and they were the right ones, which is also
Bob
great.
is like an oncoming train. Like,
even when he's doing it all.
Fuck me!
Even
I gotta
when
build
he's
the track.
It is. Even when he's coloring everything, it's still just like lightning fast. And
very true. And
so that was a surprise too.
And to build on what Griffin's saying too, it's like I completely agree with that. And like it is, I've found that, like, I feel like one of the biggest keys to like writing, especially in a medium like this, where it's like, you know, it's fast and furious. Like you just get like you're building chapters, you're building installments. So like you just have to keep moving. And like I found that like one of the biggest keys is just being incredibly decisive. Like, because having 3 years to build something can be great, because you have so much time for it to marinate and cook. But at the same time, like, you get so conceptual with things for so long that that you can get really lost in the sauce with like how many like options you have and shit. It can be so hard to stick with something. And so like you get to a point where you start realizing it's like, God, I have to make decisions, and I have to stick with them, and I have to like be willing to like deal with the repercussions of that. And we pulled a big shift right before Bob started drawing, like Griffin's saying, like in the back part of the series. And like we had to just be like, yep, that's the idea. That's it. That's the one. Like you have to be able to look at paths and quickly go that one. And it was surprising, but it is also surprising that if you're following your gut in those instances and you're really following your like joy, it tends to pay off. Like even if you're having to make quick decisions, like you can follow your instincts, and you're going to lead yourself right a lot of the time, I think.
All right, I'm gonna embarrass one of you a little bit. Just because I heard a story this last weekend.
Which one's it going to be?
Which one of you did the signing at Challengers?
Me.
For issue 1. That was you.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Patrick, and I know that he said this lovingly. He said it was weird. He's the only person ever that brought his own entourage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's so Challengers is in Chicago.
Yep.
I do not live in Chicago. And yeah, I have the pleasure of living with a very, very dear friend of mine who I've known almost my entire life, and my girlfriend. And of course, it was day 1 for the book, and they wanted to be there to support. And so they came with me, and my roommate
was videoing the whole time.
Yeah, he's a videographer, and so he just wanted stuff to help out, to promo.
See, that makes it make more sense.
Yeah.
But not as much fun as it could have been if you were like, I was just so excited. I didn't know if I'd ever get to do this again. I had to hire a videographer.
Griffin's life is a lot like the TV show Entourage.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
People have called him the Vinny Chase of Michigan.
Where
they do.
Michigan?
I like the joke, Ethan. I thought it was very good.
I was trying to come up with something.
I assume that we left space there for the audience to be just laughing their asses off. That's what
that was the laugh track that he puts in later.
I there's so much stuff to watch and take in these days. I emptied my brain of all things I knew about Entourage long ago. So I was trying to come up with any Entourage character name, and I was like, I got nothing. Is Turtle one? Is there a character?
Turtle was there. He was there.
Good old Turtle was there.
He was there. Yes. Turtle. I know nothing about that show except that they make a fake Aquaman movie.
Griffin's gonna be the writer of Aquaman one day.
So
Griffin,
yes. Where in Michigan?
I'm in West Michigan, right around the Grand Rapids area.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
My aunt and uncle are in Dowagiac, so like small
Excellent
town, 5 minutes southeast of you. Yeah, you got some
Excellent,
comedy
dude.
shops up there.
We do. We've got Bolt of Midnight across the whole state, Detroit, Ann Arbor.
Yeah, I'm
and
jealous
Grand
you
Rapids.
have multiple Vault of Midnight signings. I love that shop. I hope I can be down there for one someday.
Up there, we're above you.
I mean, I didn't mean.
Ethan, where are you?
I'm in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
Recently moved here.
Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Griffin
Bob
and I
is,
have.
Bob
Griffin
is clearly on like Mars.
Yes.
I can just tell.
Yes. Actually, if I were to take the camera outside, it is sometimes Mars-esque. No, I live in the high desert of Palm Springs, California. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We are a little close. Yeah. Griffin and I have never lived in the same part of the world at all. We've been buddies for about a decade, making stuff together. Only met in person like 6 or 7 times.
How did you? I mean, you said on the internet, but specifically,
yes, yeah. Well, Griffin was doing a Spider-Man podcast when he was but a wee lad, and I heard about it through the grapevine, and I emailed him because I used email when I was 13, and I
still use email.
Yeah.
I like it way more than other options.
Right. And
I
was
they did open DMs on Blue Sky today, so that could.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll.
But they're not fully encrypted end to end, apparently, or something like that.
Well,
I don't know. So somebody can intercept them, so don't say anything illegal.
For the most part, my DMs are, "Hey, do you want to be on a podcast?" And then we switch to email.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair. Quick and easy.
But I wrote an email. I wrote a missive to Griffin where I was like, "Excuse me, sir, could I be on your Spider-Man podcast?" And he was gracious enough to let me on. And we recorded over our phones, over Skype on the cell phone, so it sounded like absolute trash.
See, I'm very happy to have started podcasting in the Zoom age.
Right.
It made life so much easier.
Yeah, we were just making absolute shit. But somehow we built it into an integral part of our careers. So it all panned out eventually. And he was best man at my wedding eventually. So
was that the first time you met him?
No.
That'd have been crazy.
We like drove and met each other halfway at one point when I lived in Oklahoma, and then C2E2 was actually our first show together.
Okay.
And we've gotten a new
show together in the sense of walking around. We met. Our first meeting was for a Comic-Con.
Yes. What was it again?
It was Wizard World St. Louis.
That's right. I forgot we went to a convention while we were in St. Louis.
Yeah, dude, that's where we went to the bootleg booth.
Oh yeah, yes.
Iconic.
Yes, and now we do New York every year, so we'll probably be back this year.
And I guess we have to go to San Diego for a day.
One of my bench co-hosts was gonna show and texted me at the last minute to say that he was too exhausted, but he'll probably come see you in New York.
Gotcha.
You're gonna have to give him a hard time for not showing up to the show.
Yeah. His name's Andy. When he shows up at your booth and says that he knows the 22 panels guy, you say,
you say
you were supposed to be on our episode and you punked out.
So you're no good, Andy. I see.
Yeah, you sick son of a bitch. You think you can just walk up to our New York Comic-Con
Be careful, because he's actually become friends with Paul Pope, and you don't want to burn that bridge before.
We take it all back.
And I mean any of that. I was talking to the guy behind you who's also
that Andy sucks.
Dude. Andy Sweet. What a piece of shit.
Because I'd lined up Paul for an interview right after New York one year, and Andy went out and went up to Paul's booth and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be talking to you on Tuesday because I'm gonna be on the 22." And then they went out to dinner and were out drinking until like 2:00 in the.
Wow, that's wild.
Because that's the type of guy Andy is. So don't piss him off too quickly.
Okay. We'll try.
But give him a hard time for punking out.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. Okay, so
he owes you dinner for it.
What I hear is that he's rude and unprofessional. Got it.
Right. We've had this experience before. We go on a podcast.
I mean, isn't that what the money always is?
Obviously.
We've had this experience before where we go on a show and they go like, "Oh, our co-host couldn't show up today." Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Come on, people. Come on.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I knew my co-host wasn't going to show. I mean, I've had to retrain myself when I send out availabilities. I stop saying our availability. I say my availability.
Right.
Probably for the best.
Well, because Tyler and I reached an agreement a long time ago. He's like, I love how many people you interview. I can't keep up. I get stressed out when you call me about scheduling. So just schedule. And if I can come, I'll come. And if I can't, I'll do all the editing and post it as soon as I can.
Scheduling podcasts is a fucking nightmare. We have never.
Yeah, you have two people on this podcast who are incredibly sympathetic to this.
Yes. See, I've had like the reverse experience. I mean, I guess part of it is that I don't care who I talk to next. But like, I initially on the podcast, I'm not introverted, and like in a comic shop, I'm not introverted. But like many of us in comics, everywhere else, I'm a pretty big introvert.
Oh yeah.
So one of my longtime issues has been like reaching out to people I don't know and asking them for things, which is also something that's really hard to practice because you don't have enough opportunities to do it. And then I had a podcast. I'm like, oh, I don't know comic creators. I'm going to send 10 emails a day. I'm only going to hear back from like 1 in 100. No big deal.
Sure.
You hear back from 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 say yes.
Right.
And it's like,
Yeah.
Sorry,
you sent me on a thought train here, not to do my own sub interview, but Bob, do you know Bob, do you know your own Myers-Briggs personality type?
I think I used to, but I don't know what it is anymore.
Because mine is dead on accurate. Everything I've ever read about it is true. It's like if horoscopes were like reliable. Like I'm like, everything I've read about this is true. And Griffin and I found out that we have the exact same one, which makes so much sense. Like on a creative level, on a friend level, and just on the way of like how we handle things. Like we handle things so similarly. And it's so funny. Like I feel like at our core, we are like almost exactly the same. And everything like outside of that is like a bit different, but we share the same. So we are a dyad in the force.
I'm gonna have to take a test somewhere and then I'll report back with findings.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Like, do you get your energy from talking with people or from being alone?
I don't have energy anymore.
I'm
too old. I'm old. I'm not introvert. I'm not extrovert. I'm old.
All right. Well, it might be tricky to figure out your Myers-Briggs personality.
Well, I remember doing this, and it looks like they might have changed the letters on me. But I remember doing it like in a psychology class because we were trying to both show off the test, but also show off how there was variability in the test based on what your mood was that given time. My professor gave it to me, I think 5 times over 3 days, and you discovered that I'm a little bit of an introvert, but one of those 5 times I was just barely an extrovert. I'm always more on the intuition side. I'm generally more on the thinking side, but sometimes a little bit towards feeling, and always hardcore perceiving.
Right. Okay. I think it's been a big thing for Griffin and I, like like being in podcasting and like in trying to like nudge our way into an industry that, like all entertainment industries, is built on relationships. It is what I was saying is like us being extroverts, because like that's our first letter, that we're both ENFPs. And the extrovert thing is great because I think we're kind of chill, but we are extroverts for sure, where like we get extroverts. Yeah, well, I mean, like, we're just, like, we have chill vibes, but, like, we definitely, like, build up excitement and, like, energy from talking, and so, like, we can, over the course of a show, get more and more, I think, boisterous. Like, I'll get out of a conversation, like, a meeting we've had or a show we've done or whatever, and I'm just, like, buzzing. Like, I'm vibrating.
Yeah, no, I get that, because I have that. I just, only once I feel safe, and the rest of the time I'm hiding in the corner.
Sure. I feel that.
You know, people who know me well and have for a long time. I tell them I'm an introvert, and they're like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, first of all, my first question is always, how did our relationship start? Did I approach you, or did you approach me?
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
Who talked first?
There you go.
No, now that you mention it, I talked to you like a dozen times before the first time you said anything to me that wasn't a response.
But
like, exactly.
My apologies for the tangent. If you have
this show is about tangents.
All right, great.
I cannot emphasize this enough.
22 tangents.
There are shows
Beat
out
me to the
there.
joke, goddamn.
There are shows out there that get deep into the craft. There are shows out there that get deep into the various stories in the business. I like to bring comics people together to just talk.
Sure.
Love it. Yapping.
You know, I have to remind my book clubs every time when we go off on a tangent. No, you don't go to book club to just talk about the book.
That's true.
The book is the excuse to get the group of people together. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So, I mean, yes, we'll talk about Dick Tracy, but if that takes us somewhere else, that takes us somewhere else.
I have Dick Tracy thoughts. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we did the Dick Tracy book club almost a year ago now. Nancy's next for the comic strip book club.
Nancy. Love it.
You're a little behind next time.
It's an underrated movie. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we've got a Love and Rockets book club. We've got a heavy metal book club.
Sweet.
We have the book club that we wound up calling the Pulp Blotter, because initially we were thinking noir, and then we went, no, we want to go more crime than strictly noir, and then we went, we want all of that pulp stuff.
Yeah.
We feel like doing a Western. Yeah. But because it's fun to just talk comics with people. So since there are three of you, and I'm trying to be conscious of time, I'm going to move into one of my favorite near ending questions now, because I have a feeling that you're all going to go off on it, and it might take the whole 20 minutes. And if it doesn't, I'm certain that I'll come up with other ones.
We'll see.
We do
that. And this is where, since you guys will probably talk to Matt Rosenberg before I do, he and Tyler, one of their answers to this question was Teen Boat.
Okay.
Which I not only read and enjoyed, but while I was at Challengers the last time, I noticed that they clearly had the artist there, because there is a Teen Boat up on their wall.
Okay.
Love it.
If you don't know Teen Boat, talk to Matt and Tyler. They'll pitch it way better than I do, because I mean, they got me to read it.
Teen Boat.
He's a teenager who's also a boat.
Awesome.
I'm in. It's the concept's right in the name. I love it.
It is
simple.
It's relatable. It's exciting.
They take
Letty, who was not born a boy boat, cast the first life vest.
Get the boat out of your eye before
the question that I love to ask. This is how I know the existence of Teen Boat. Name a comic that you love.
Yes.
That not enough other people have read, and it frustrates you because you would like to have more people to talk to about it.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna let Griffin go first.
That's how I tie the podcast and the comic together. Is it's got to be one. It can't be a guilty pleasure that you don't want anybody to know about. It's got to be one that's like, what do you mean you haven't read this? I need to talk to somebody.
No Spider-Man allowed, Griffin.
Yeah.
No, I mean, pick the right Spider-Man. And to be fair, this is how wide ranging it can go. Nate Powell was on recently, and he said this doesn't really qualify as not enough other people are reading it, but it's been so long since I've been reading it that I need to find my people again, because he's become a Wednesday Warrior for the first time in like 30 years.
Awesome.
And is like hardcore into the X books right now.
Right.
I got bad news for him, man. I mean, it's good news, but it's bad news if he's specifically looking for Krakoa.
Yeah, it's a crazy time to get in. Yeah. But the good news is Bob Quinn's on X Factor.
Yeah, so
I got the
all will
feeling
be
that
okay.
he wasn't going to be like,
All right.
All will be well.
I have answers if nobody else does, but I'm willing to wait.
You told me to go first. I was going to go
Yeah,
first.
so you get to go first.
I saw you sweating and
You
struggling.
must go first.
And scrambling over there.
I looked at my shelf and I knew what it was immediately.
Okay. So you're just normally this sweaty and
always
shifty. Okay.
I'm wearing a sweater and a beanie. It's like 80 out. I don't know why I am. It's just what I'm cozy.
I'm so
in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Supple boys
space...
or sweaty boys?
Oh, supple,
slippery boys.
The
slippery boys. Slipping. We're slipping.
We're sliding away.
Okay, I just have to toss this out really quick. You guys have like the repartee in terms of making each other laugh that I haven't seen since we have John Lees and Alex Cormack on together because they do this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Really appreciate that.
We just like set them going and sit back and it's good because you can't always understand John.
I think we're all talkers, but we all fucking love each other too. So
true. Definitely.
Griffin, what's that book? Name that book.
Oh fuck, I'm sweating too much. I'm slipping.
Oh god. He slipped away.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
I'm gonna say Alexis Zarit's Space Riders because I love Alexis Zarit's art and it's right up my alley in terms of just like weird trippy shit. There's monkeys riding motorcycles, Bob.
Yeah. No. Hey, I've got Space Riders back here. Don't worry, I read it. Yeah.
Dude, isn't it great?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's wacky.
I still need to read it, but this is what they sold me. Every time I go to a comic shop, I have, if it's a new shop I'm at, the guy's got to sell me one. And I did a comic shop tour a couple summers ago, and this is one of the ones that they sold me at Anyone in Brooklyn, which is one of the great Brooklyn stores. Anyone Comics.
Yeah, great one. Check it out.
It's awesome.
Yes, it does.
Dig it out of the box.
Yeah, Zarit goes crazy. He's got those Magic the Gathering cards too. I don't even play Magic the Gathering. I'm gonna try and hunt some of those down.
Those are sweet.
Those and the Genji Ito ones? What the fuck? All right, sure.
I'm gonna say it's both of mine are probably both of mine are web comics that have gotten published. But I really like Blade Maidens, and I really like Stuart Immonen's Grass of Parnassus webcomic that went up. That was
good.
It's so bizarre. It is so strange. But it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I'm so glad this exists because who's making this thing right now?
God,
there's really nothing else like it. So
that was the one that got sold to me at Laughing Ogre in Columbus on that same tour.
Yeah, it's so strange.
It's amazing. It's strange. It's weird. Stuart Immonen is just
always good
to begin with, and
really, yeah. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and kind of give two because
I gave two. It's fine.
Yeah, Bob.
All right.
I already broke format.
You can give 5. I don't care.
All right. In order to fully fulfill the question, two different sort of versions of the answers. Like in terms of pretty niche, Assassinistas, the Black Crown book.
Oh God, yes.
Wonderful, by the absolutely fucking wonderful Teenie Howard and Gilbert Hernandez. Come on.
And edited by the fabulous Shelley Bond.
Right. Yes, I was able to speak to Teenie about this on Ideas Don't Bleed, and that was a delight. It's such a great book. I love it so much. And then I would also say, because I just finished it, the manga One Piece. Obviously, a lot of people have read it. It's incredibly popular, but I think too many people are scared off by how long it is. Yeah. And I would say that like I have encountered very few things in media that are as worth the commitment, because like One Piece is like, I think like just like the pinnacle of comic storytelling. And I think that like it is something that will influence me creatively probably for the rest of my life.
That like I'm 4 volumes in, but I need to pick up the pace.
Just commit. Commit. That's all we're saying,
dude. Yeah. Just like people got to understand. Sometimes you just got to chip away at a big thing for a long time, and by the time you're a good ways in, you'll just be like, God, now I kind of don't want it to end. It is.
And it has ended.
It really will stick with me forever, I think. So yeah, those two absolutely.
Those are fantastic picks all around, and at least a couple of books that I need to read. So that also makes
there you go, dude.
I got to read Space Riders. Yeah,
Space Riders is great.
Yes, it looks great.
Yeah, no, it looks great. And like I said, I actually think that the issue was he made it clear to me that I could read it out of order because they didn't have volume 1, so he sold me volume 2.
Gotcha.
But I'm enough of a geek that's like, I gotta pick up volume 1.
Yeah.
It's in a box somewhere, and then you know. And when you go to 22 comic shops in 10 days in 9 states, and
Jesus,
essentially fill your car with stuff.
Yeah,
takes a while to catch up.
I can find a car dealership, buy another car, fill that with stuff.
That's interesting.
There you go.
Don't be a quitter.
Yeah.
Collect those books, baby.
Turn your TBR into a TB car.
This is where I gotta Bob. I mean, you guys are comics creators, so you understand the whole budget type thing for buying stuff. I am a special ed paraprofessional, which means that by marrying an art teacher, I found my sugar mama.
Oh my.
Sure.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of, if anybody wants to buy any original art, I've got. Just come on and buy it.
Yeah.
I gave you $10.
Okay. How many pages do you want? It's taking up a lot of space.
This dude just moved.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I was trying to sell old comps and original art, and nobody bought anything when I was moving. I was just like, nobody wants it.
Nah, dude.
Just garbage.
Listen,
I gotta see what
change.
you have. I will take some shit off your hands.
Yeah, no, I might be able to help you with that. If not personally, I can talk to the people that I know that do have some more money.
Where the hell were you guys 3 months ago? Jesus.
He didn't reach out. 22 panels has been around, man.
I can't believe there's not an original art piece for me to own of Kill Your Darlings. I might need to pay you just for like a character sketch. Yeah,
there's one. There's exactly one.
There's one, and I know I can't afford it.
Fight for the death. Fight to the death. Someone else will buy it.
This all does remind me. One other question that I meant to ask is, and I think we got part of the answer because you talked about you were doing comics podcasts before you got into business.
Yes, sir.
You guys are like the podcast / newsletter guys for like half the A-list in the industry. Yes. How did you wind up as Bendis's media guy?
Oh boy, dude, that one specifically, that's a long answer.
Yeah, it's all connected because when we were doing the Spider-Man podcast as teenagers, did an interview with Ryan Stegman while he was working on Superior Spider-Man. So I had his contact info. I hit him up like a decade later when I was in college to do like a documentary about him. And in turn, he said, "Do you want to do a podcast for me?" And I called Ethan and said, Ryan Stegman wants us to do a podcast for him. And we both collectively shat ourselves. And so
shit ourselves.
No, big time. You should have. I wish we had that phone call recorded because we were both.
That sounds actually.
It's happening. It's happening.
No, that sounds like when Tyler gave Mike Del Mundo our card at C2E2, and Mike looked down at it and went, "You guys are the 22 panels guys. I love you."
Nice.
And Tyler's like, he knows our show.
Totally. And then we were like getting the podcast like set up and everything, and then it was just like, oh, Donnie Cates is on the podcast. He's basically the co-host. It was just like, oh wow, okay. And we're gonna be talking to. How's he doing?
Health issues.
Yeah, he seems like he's doing all right these days.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and so then it was like, okay, then we're gonna get to talk to a ton of great creators on the regular and do interviews and stuff, and yeah, just one thing has led to another, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, no, I understand that one. I was sitting with John Suntress for like an hour at C2.
Love John Suntress
because we're both Chicago guys.
Yep.
And at one point I asked him, does it ever get old? Like when you have this person that you didn't know. You know them from, you love their work, and then it turns out that they like talking to you. They say yes, and they like talking to you, and they want to talk to you again. And sometimes they want to talk to you off the air. And he's like, "No, never ever gets old." Like,
no, he seems to really keep the joy. Yeah, I had met John Suntress in the bathroom at C2E2. I had never seen his face. I had only listened to the audio show. We were peeing next to each other, and he was talking to somebody, and I was like, "I know that voice." I waited till we were outside of the bathroom, and I was like, big fan. Thank you for washing your hands.
I had to tell you, Ethan, what I thought was you were sitting down to poop. John walks in, turns around, sits on your lap, and then you're both pooping together.
Yeah, we did a double decker together. Yeah. And then he said, "Excuse me, could you move to the left?" And I said, "I know that voice.
I know that voice. That's John. Oh, hey.
Yeah."
So from the podcast standpoint, what and you have the advantage of doing podcasts with creators that are big enough that I imagine you get responses even easier than I do. But what interview was the one, or which interviews were the ones that you were like, I get to talk to blank, and it's just like,
honestly, like, on the level of like creative admiration, getting to talk to Bendis for the first time was the biggest one for me, at least, because it was just like he's my biggest comics inspiration by far, and that was truly like, this is madness. Like the idea of getting on a call,
I get it.
Seeing
I said one thing during the entire what's the Jason Aaron book that was the first book club?
Once Upon a Time at the End.
During the entire, I said one thing, but the fact that Bendis immediately followed it up with "That's a great point, Tad," made me go,
"Oh yeah, Father approves." My God, no, absolutely. So that is just always going to be. But then also, it's just like there are some that just also make you shit yourself. Like when we got to talk to Todd McFarlane, even briefly, it was just like, what the fuck? What's going on?
That was that was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to agree. Bendis's work is, just as responsible for us being here as
the first Bendis work I bought was Powers #1 on the shelf when it came out.
Dude, that's awesome.
And
that's
also
really,
just
really
he like, as a creator, absolutely, and then also just like on the meta level as a creator, he is just who you'd want to be, like, because he's just so kind to everybody. He's clearly such a great collaborator.
But I'm also thinking though, like we didn't actually do a podcast with him before we met him. We just met him through.
No, that's true. Yeah, it wasn't even an interview. Well,
no, we never talked with him on segment. We didn't actually do a podcast with him.
I guess the level of pressure was the same.
Here's my offer from 22 Panels. If you want to interview him on a podcast, I'll let you co-host.
Oh shit!
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Well, we did get to do an Ideas Don't Bleed with him.
We did,
technically, a couple months ago.
Rosenberg beat me to the punch, is what you're saying.
Rosenberg did beat you to the punch. Yes.
Yeah.
There are a couple of folks that, like, I mean, as much as it pains me to say, I do love a Chip Zdarsky book. So
he doesn't need that.
Chip's always great. I mean, Donnie and Ryan, like, we were just shaking in our boots when we recorded the first episode of Stegman and His Amazing Friends.
Dude, Donnie was the one who brought me back into comics as an adult, where like I had been away for a bit, just really focused on like life shit and like wasn't taking in a lot of media.
Life shit? Man.
Life shit.
And then it was Donnie.
As the 43-year-old grandfather who's nothing about life shit.
It was Donnie's Doctor Strange, and then his Thanos, and then of course Venom. That was just like, oh my god, comics are cooking right now. Like,
and I feel like you'd talk to me a little bit. You're like, yeah, this Donnie Cates guy, his stuff's pretty good, and I was like, okay, sweet. And I found Cosmic Ghost Rider on the shelf, and I picked that up. And that was my first exposure to him, and I was just like, oh, this is the guy that Ethan was talking about. I called him, I'm like, that Donnie Cates guy fucking rips.
Yes.
And then, we both loved Ryan's art so much, and so we were both like, oh shit, they're gonna do Venom together? That's probably gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
It was. And we had the absolute pleasure of being on the ground floor for so much of it.
Yes.
It was awesome. They're great.
Bob, any last words about these two hooligans?
Any last words, Bob?
It's time to die. No, I love these guys. They're the best. Read Kill Your Darlings. These dudes need to get these guys some more comics jobs, for God's sake. Like, why aren't they writing everything? That's what I want to know.
Any amount of money you could chip in.
Just we have a GoFundMe.
Yeah, we have a number at the bottom of the screen.
Just dial. Yeah,
shaking the cup on fucking air.
Well, seriously, I mean, if you have a Patreon or whatnot, plug it.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. We do have new books in the works, and please pick up the trade. Check it out if you haven't.
Yeah,
seen
the Patreon
already.
is the trade.
The Patreon is absolutely the trade.
Or
the
you
binge
know,
experience.
I mean, pay Bendis, pay Stegman,
Yeah,
pay
sure,
Rosenberg, and they can pay them.
Going.
Yeah, and you heard Tad say at the start of the show that the binge experience is great for Kill Your Darlings. So please,
it is. It's a fantastic experience.
Yeah,
and if you don't want to wait, you can get them all digitally now. So pay for them digitally and then buy the collection.
Oh, that's
true. If you want to
buy
read
it twice, there's no reason not to buy it twice.
Double dip.
Buy things
Listen.
Double dip like me and John Suntress. Absolutely.
The single issues could still be on shelves at your local comic book store, and we put a lot of effort into those being very wonderful physical artifacts for the book. They each have
artifact is a good term for it.
Yeah,
cardstock wraparound covers. Yeah, man.
Yes, and there's a Ryan Stegman variant for each one. We're super proud.
Variants too.
Yeah, go get
selling variants since issue 1, baby.
See that
NFT
that was I wound up giving, that was what I wound up giving Rosenberg and Boss the hardest time for is I go nuts not to buy variants because it's like, God damn it, the inside's the same. I don't need to spend $5 more for it. I think I have 4 different versions of each of the first 5 issues of what's the furthest place from here.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that's not including the vinyl ones.
Yeah, there was a period of my life where I didn't get the variant thing and stuff, but like the older I get, I'm like, comics are art; they're luxury items. They're like, and if you have artists whose work you love and they do a variant cover, it's like you might just want to look at that piece of art. It might bring you a lot of joy.
Well, and they just put the connecting map covers on like a 1-day, all 6 of them for $20 sale, and it's like, yeah, I have all of these issues in multiple different versions already. Click. I haven't even opened them yet. I'm afraid. Sure. I don't want my wife to know that there's another set of them in the house.
Right. But yeah, please check out the trade, and then if you like it, just keep your eyes out for our names, because we are working
stuff in the pipeline.
There will be some new stuff coming up real soon.
And Bob's coming up with Mark Russell on X Factor.
Oh, dude, don't miss it.
It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna have to subscribe to an X book.
Yeah,
is that
with those kind of names on it? You kidding me?
Now I have reached the point where I try really hard to have the last thing I read be, with the exception of Daredevil, because I'm a Daredevil nut, like anything Marvel, DC, anything licensed. And then people I love, I managed to skip Donny Cates and Stegman on Venom because I like Donny Cates a lot. I like Stegman a lot. They don't quite cross that threshold of I'm automatically going to read a Marvel book. But then fucking Ram V and Al Ewing followed them up, and it's like, God damn it, Ram V. Ram V had me reading Venom and Aquaman at the same time, things that I never ever read.
Comics, man.
I'm buying. I have put on my pull list a G.I. Joe comic because Kelly Thompson is right. What are you guys doing to me?
I know, dude.
I love Kelly.
So
we were just talking to Rosenberg about that. Yeah,
Kelly's great. Kelly's coming up next week.
Excellent.
And another one that I had booked, and then she got all of her Eisner nominations. I love it.
Perfect timing, dude. Perfect.
Unbelievable.
That was the other conversation that Patrick and I were having on Saturday at Challengers. We now look at Eisner nominations and really any of the nominations by counting how many people, in his case, have done events at the store. In my case, have been on the show. And now that you guys have been on the show, I'm up to 20 from this year's nominees.
Nice.
And I've got Eddie Campbell coming up, so I'll have a 21st with the Eisner Hall of Fame nominee coming up soon.
22 Eisner noms?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to be in the mix with those folks. The fact that we're nominated anywhere near Kelly Thompson is Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the other thing is particularly now that I know creators and am friendly and or friends with so many of them, it's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at one category and 3 people who I know personally and want to win personally are up against each other and not all
and now who do you root for? It doesn't matter because you know who wins. Tad wins because one of your friends is going to win. That's a truth.
That's true. So guys, it has been great. Stick around for a minute or two after the show, just to say goodnight. But for Bob Q, Ethan Parker, and Griffin Sheridan, this has been 22 Panels. We will see you after the next page.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.